Hey everybody, it's Matt Samuels again with the C+1 vlog coming to you today. We got a very special topic today, as most days. As for today, we want to talk about whether it's awareness or education. So what do I mean by that? We see multiple commercials around that talk about cancer awareness, all these types of different diseases and their awareness, right? Multiple sclerosis, lupus, etc., etc. Well, right now, I really want to speak on the education of these diseases, because we all know that we turn on the television or we see an email article or something like that on social media and we kind of just browse all over it. So what's the education aspect? The education aspect is what I talked to you guys about last week, what I'm going to be bringing to you guys on a weekly basis, solving some of the mysteries of these diseases and how we can help ourselves. But the first thing that we have to do before I get the information from the cancer researchers and the doctors and other researchers and nutritionists, we have to talk about what we can do to help ourselves. So what do we really know? Well, the thing I like to do first and foremost is, I don't want to put all the pressure on you guys. I'll talk about myself for a second. When my brother was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, I knew absolutely nothing. The only things I knew were the things you see on television, whether it's chemotherapy, hair loss, vomiting, different things about cancer, and obviously I knew that it was a very bad disease. I didn't know what came along with it. I didn't know that there were different types. I didn't even know that they attacked organs, that they existed in blood, and different things of that nature. I had no idea. So the same way that I don't know a lot of those things, I'm quite sure there's millions of people out there that don't understand anything about cancer as well. So that's the awareness part that I'm talking about, or that I want to speak about, because most people say that, you know what, we're doing all these things for cancer awareness. Well, that's fine. Well, we're aware, because at the time I knew what cancer was. I was aware. I thought I was aware, but I had no formal education on it. So for us, going into something, I know that people like to put a lot of pressure on doctors and the research aspect and whether they have different conspiracies about what things can do and what other things can't do. Well, before we even get to any of those things, what we have to understand right now is, what can we do? There's information. We have made leaps and bounds since years ago when, cancer was first introduced to society, so to speak, with things that we know to watch for and things that we should and should not do. For instance, smoking. We've all heard it. Cigarettes, tobacco, terrible for you. Those things are the nemesis, so to speak, of cancer. We all know that. Now, as we all know, or we think that we know, we say, you know what, if I smoke, that's going to give me lung cancer. Well, let me bring up a fact that most people may have not known, and I didn't even know before, I was a part of this whole community. A fact about cancer: alcohol. Are you looking at yourself like, what is he about to say about alcohol? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, alcohol. Alcohol is a contributor to breast cancer and to about 5 or 6 other types of cancer. Yeah, let's pause for a moment. Let's sit back and think about this. Yes, liquor. No, not just liquor. Beer, hard liquor, wine, other spirits. This is information on cancer.org. They're giving the information out. But once again, we see the commercials, we see the ads, we donate money, but then we don't educate ourselves. We just stay aware. Well, we're not aware of as much as we think we're aware of. That's why I'm doing this. Yes, all of those things contain ethanol. So I know what you're probably thinking. Well, you know what? I only drink a beer every now and then, or I'm not a hard drinker, or I am a hard drinker, or vice versa, right? No, ethanol is the major contributor that contributes to these different types of cancer. In the year 2015, cancer.org estimated there will be 1,658,370 new cancer cases and 589,430 cancer deaths in the U.S. And again, that's our second vlog. I am Matt Samuels. This is Cancer Plus One vlog. I love you all. Appreciate you. Subscribe now. Like right now. Like that link below. Please subscribe now. And download Cancer Plus One, The Cancer Diaries. The Cancer Diaries, Apple, Google Play. Simply typing in The Cancer Diaries. You can find all this stuff on there, along with our stories and much more. Remember, please submit your story. I want 5 pages. starting with the day that you were diagnosed with cancer, multiple sclerosis, or any other chronic disease for that matter, and everything else is a freestyle, right? Because I want all the stories to be different. So you don't have to adhere to any type of list of things that I want you to do. I don't want all the stories to be the same. I want them to all be different. So start with your day that you were diagnosed. Make sure you put in real thoughts, real feelings, real experiences. Close it out. You can either go on the Submit Your Story tab and send it through email, or you can send us the email cancerplus1@gmail.com and just make the heading submitting my story. I will respond back, or my sister will respond back, and your story will be submitted, and it will be up for a certain amount of time, and I will email you guys and let you know when your story is up for your friends and family to read it. Thank you so much again. Cancer Plus One.